What's the only object I can draw quickly? This gun in my hand.
Previously on Verf Street Blues.
Look out, he's got a gun! That is racist, Howard.
Where am I going to get money for new shoes for Frank Jr.? You tell me that, mister. Hey man, she told me she was 18.
Roll call, 7:03 a.m.
Item 7. It's been more than 48 hours since our last hostage situation. Everyone has been impatient in the extremis for the next one, and fortune has favored us with just such an event. There's a deranged individual holed up in an apartment above the surplus store, corner of People's Drive and Gazpacho. We need officers Bates, Goodman, Rencor, Verf, and Detective Badkopowitz. Hightail it over there ASAP. That's all. But hey, let's be carceral out there.
What does that even mean? Come on, Bobby Verf. If we don't get to the scene soon, we'll have to park 3 blocks away and we won't be able to take cover behind our squad car. We have a 911, armed robbery in progress, the Automat, corner of Telegraph Road and Bochco, all units. Henry, what's the situation? Have you made any progress with the shooter?
Well, I got him to pick up the phone, but all he says is, "Hey man, hey man."
Are there any hostages? Has he made any demands?
No hostages. He's up there with a pistol taking pot shots at pedestrians from his apartment window. I forgot to mention he asked for Falk Zildjian. Let me go in and talk to him face to face, Captain.
Falk Zildjian? Fine, but don't take any chances. This guy has no record we know of. Probably just a normal guy who cracked today. He could be capable of anything.
I'll be careful. All right, sir, we're sending up Falk Zildjian like you asked.
Hey, man, hey.
It's Falk Zildjian. Can I come in?
Hey, man, come on in.
Sir, everything's going to work out all right. You haven't taken a hostage, so we just need to negotiate for you to put down your weapon. We can all walk out of here alive.
Hey, man, we're going to walk out of here alive, but first we're going to find out some things.
All right. I just found out when they come nearest to each other, the Earth and Mars are 34 million miles apart. Did you know that?
I'm not talking about grade school stuff. We're going to find out the limits and range of your mystical powers.
I have no mystical powers, sir. I'm just an average guy.
You're the indomitable hero by virtue of the fact that you carry a gun, right?
That's what they say.
Everybody knows you say the words and you can pull a pistol out of thin air.
We're not that far above sea level, sir. It would be wrong to characterize the air here as thin.
You know what I mean. I'll put my gun down, but then I want 2 minutes of your time. You do what I say and I'll come along peaceably.
I'll do whatever it takes, as long as it doesn't involve hurting myself or others.
All right, here. My peacemaker's on the floor. First, I want you to do the thing.
What thing?
Don't play coy with me. Do the trick. That's right. You need someone to set you up for the line first. What are you going to solve this situation with?
This gun in my hand.
It's true what they say. You're not pulling a quick draw. Your hand comes up and the gun's right there.
I'm afraid you don't have much of a bargaining position now, sir.
But you're a man of your word. You got a gun trained on me and all I got is this newspaper. I'm defenseless. Just give me another 90 seconds. It might even work to your benefit.
What do you want?
I'm going to feed you a line, and then I want you to say, "This grenade in my hand."
What?
Just try it. All these years you've been pulling a gun. Who knows what you're really capable of?
I don't think it's going to work.
Do it. What have you got to take down this brick wall?
This grenade in my hand.
Huh. No dice. Maybe it needs the musical sting. Say it again with the musical sting.
I don't have control over that. It just happens when it happens.
All right, never mind. What batrachian horror is peeing on you right now?
What?
You're supposed to say, "This frog in my hand." Batrachian is a tailless amphibian. I forget which order. Come on. What batrachian horror is peeing on you right now?
This frog in my hand.
Nuts. You were right. It's not working. All right. One last thing I want to try. Imagine you're grasping a girl by her arm.
Please don't turn this one into water sports.
What fast-talking secretary and possible love interest allows ladies in the audience to live vicariously through her perspective and fantasize about having a smoldering affair with Falk Zildjian?
I don't have a secretary.
Come on, don't make me repeat all that.
Shouldn't it be this woman in my hand instead of this girl in my hand?
It's up to you.
This woman in my hand.
Damn, I thought for sure one of those would work. Imagine if you could pull anything out of the air, any tool or weapon. What I was really curious about was if you could do the trick with living beings. Would it be a frog transported from somewhere else in the world that appeared in your hand? Or an entirely new frog that came into existence at the moment you called for it? And what if you could create human life the same way?
Well, it's pointless now. I told you it wouldn't work. Are you going to come along quietly? Verf Street Precinct is known for having trigger-happy snipers. If we raise our voices too much, they might fill this apartment with lead.
Ha! I let you think you had the upper hand, Zildjian, but actually we're evenly matched because of this gun already in my hand, hidden under this newspaper. What do you think about that? Ah, what did you do that for? You can't do that.
You aimed a gun at me, so I shot you before you shot me.
That's not good. I mean, good guys don't do that. You should have waited, and then we could have had a Mexican standoff.
In my experience, Mexicans don't wait. They take the shot. So not only is that a slur, it's also a myth. You should feel lucky I hit the gun and not your hand.
Man, they make it look a lot less painful when the Lone Ranger does it in cliffhanger serials. Look, I have bruises where the pistol was yanked from my fingers. Great, now I lost the opportunity to dramatically announce my villain name.
What is it?
No, it'll sound dumb now.
Go ahead, you can tell me.
The Stand Officer.
It's got a nice ring, but I don't think you want to build your whole identity around getting into standoffs. It's dangerous. Those cops would have shot you through the window if they could have gotten a beat on you.
Give me some credit, Zildjian. I'm smart enough to stay away from windows, and I'm smart enough to have a second ace in the hole. Behind this Davenport is a kid. That's right, a hostage. Give me the knife, kid.
Here you go, mister. Don't give it to him. What did you think he was going to do with the knife, kid? Make a salad?
That's right, kid. I'm gonna make you a salad if Falk Zildjian doesn't back off and take the cops with him.
Can you make me a Cobb salad?
I don't mean I'm making a salad for you. Never mind. Zildjian, I want $10,000 and an auto-gyro so I can make my getaway.
What's an auto-gyro?
You haven't seen those before? Hey man, you gotta read Modern Mechanics more often.
No, that magazine's silly. Half the inventions they brag about never materialize, or they're too expensive to go into wide circulation.
Well, auto-gyros are real. It's a flying machine with a huge propeller above the pilot, aimed up at the sky. It pulls the machine straight up. Then a smaller propeller on the front moves it forward.
Why not just use the one propeller like a regular aeroplane?
Auto-gyros can move straight up and land straight down. No need for a long landing strip. That's why the cops are going to land it on the roof of this building.
That sounds amazing. I don't know where they'd find one, though.
Call the offices of Modern Mechanics magazine.
That's right, friends. Call Modern Mechanics magazine and order the next issue today. Actually, don't call because how could we receive your money that way? Write to Fawcett Publications, Inc., 11th Street and Broadway, Louisville, Kentucky. Be sure to include 10 cents for a single issue. 1 year subscription, only $1 for 12 issues. Don't settle for the popular stories. Read Modern Mechanics. We now return to This Gun in My Hand, already in progress. I mean, you didn't miss anything. It's picking up where we left off. The guy had mentioned modern mechanics, and then suddenly...
Your standoff is over, stand officer.
Ah, geez, he made it sound better than I did when I first announced myself. Who are you? How did you get in here?
It wasn't hard. Falk didn't close the door when he came in. They call me the Massacre Janitor. Nothing against you, Zildjian, but Captain Fusillo sent me in to clean up the situation in case you couldn't close the deal.
What's your shtick? I ask how you're going to clean up and you say this mop in my hand?
No, I literally clean up crime scenes where multiple murders happen. As you might imagine, Parabellum City keeps me busy. I have no special powers, but I've developed some useful skills.
I've heard of you. Didn't you clean up after the Gazpacho massacre?
Was that the massacre on Gazpacho Boulevard, or the massacre where it looked like gazpacho had been poured all over the crime scene?
I cleaned up both of those.
Wow. Look, I have no problem with you joining me or solving this situation, but there hasn't been a massacre here for you to clean up.
Never mind that. Maybe this guy can get me 10 grand in an auto-gyro, since you can't seem to deliver, Zildjian.
You didn't give me a chance. We just started talking about it.
One of you get your act together and give it, or I make this kid a Cobb salad.
That seems like a kind thing to do. Why do you make it sound like a threat?
I'm gonna make a Cobb salad, and the kid will be the bacon.
Oh, you're gonna make him into a salad. I thought you'd make a salad for him.
Clam up! Go talk to those cops and get me what I want. 10 grand and an auto-gyro on the roof.
We're beyond all that, sir. Let me ask you, have you ever seen a crime scene? One where a massacre occurred?
No?
It's not a pretty sight. The kind of things you're likely to see are... Sometimes you even have to pick up the...
I'm gonna be sick.
And now I've got the knife. Come on, son, let's step away from this bad man.
I want my salad.
I'll make you a salad, son. Mr. Zildjian can escort the bad man away. My work here is done.
You're not going to get any of that stuff in my salad, are you? I heard you saying the kind of things you clean up.
We'll get you the biggest salad they make at the Verf Street diner, okay? What about, I don't mean to spoil anybody's appetite, but the stand officer delivered on his final promise. He spit up there on the arm of the Davenport and a little on the rug. Are you going to clean that up?
I don't see any massacre here. I think you're looking for Pete, the mundane janitor. Like I said, my work here is done.
Come on, stand officer. You'll have plenty of time to read Modern Mechanics in the clink. This Frog in My Hand, episode 55 of This Gun in My Hand, was riveted by Rob Northrup. This episode and all others are available on YouTube with automatically generated closed captions of dialogue. Visit thisguninmyhand.blogspot.com for credits, show notes, information on how to subscribe, and to buy my books, such as Little Heist in the Big Woods and Other Revisionist Atrocities.
Where am I going to get money for new shoes for Frank Jr.?
This gun in my hand.